A nebulous void stretches into endless darkness. The haze lifts as light pierces the satin veil of the void. Esmeralda shoots up in bed, awake, her eyes wide as she struggles to remember the dream. Footsteps from above break her focus, as Rudius considers the altar in the attic and the black book in his hands. Further below, the man called Rolf searches the catacombs for his supernatural ancestor and surrogate brother Olaf. Damien, however, is nowhere near the funeral home. He eyes the various stands of the annual Sam's Landing Harvest Festival as he makes his way to an early meeting on the outskirts of town. Alright. So, well, if we want to start with Damien's meeting, you're supposed to meet with a liaison from the Order of St. John near the sheriff's station on the outskirts of town. You don't know what the meeting is about yet.
Okay. I head towards the meeting spot, I guess.
You walk up to the sheriff's department, and outside you see a familiar black car. You know that these are the cars that they issue to agents in your order. And out of it steps a redheaded woman with a black suit on. She has these thick glasses, and she looks over at you. Excuse me, are you Agent Toombs?
Indeed I am. And you are?
She extends her hand. I'm Agent Sullivan.
Nice meeting you, Agent. So, what are we doing here in this lovely...
Well, I am I guess you could call it an auditor of some sort. I am sent to check in on some of our agents who have had some issues lately.
Issues, you say? Regarding?
Well, according to the dossier I received on you, you've had several call-ins for requests, and it appears you've been working with some of the locals. Now, none of this is particularly against any of the Order's rules or bylaws, but it's concerning enough to dispatch an auditor such as myself.
Understandable.
Good. So, my job for the next 3 to 5 days will be to shadow you and see how it is that you perform your duties for the Order and report back to my superiors.
So you're going to shadow my every move?
Well, no. We're not always on the clock. But I assume you have somewhere you're staying?
Yes, I do, but quick question. How experienced are you in the field? Because, as you know, our job gets a bit hairy.
I've had 15 years of field experience.
Know that even in our line of work, don't be surprised by what you see.
I'm well aware, Agent Timms. Please, lead the way.
Alright. I guess I leave her to the funeral home.
Alright. Who wants to do something next? I kind of gave like a little description of where you guys were and what you were up to, so.
I guess the man called Ralph could go next.
Okay.
So we kind of see the man called Rolf in the basement. And, oh, actually, hold on. Before I start, can I try to roll for a premonition?
Yeah, let's have you roll for a premonition, and let's have... Oh, actually, Esmeralda, you're not in good standing with your sect right now, so you don't get your move.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to use a luck on that.
Actually, on a premonition, you can't use luck.
Oh, you can't use luck? Okay, well, in that case, I rolled a 6.
A 6. Okay, so that's a miss. Give me a second. Okay. On a miss, you get there just... Oh, wait, that's hunches. Wrong one.
Yep. Yep, on a miss, you get a vision of something bad happening to you, and the keeper holds 3 to be spent. 1 for 1 as penalties to rolls I make.
Okay.
You can really screw him over.
Yep.
So as you're searching the catacombs, you turn a corner, and you see a coffin kind of laying. I don't know what you would call it. It's like the ones that they lay flat on like a concrete thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it suddenly morphs in your vision, and you see a bed. And you see a dark figure on the bed.
Is it Olaf?
No, you can't tell what the dark figure is.
The man called Rolf tries to reach out and touch the figure.
You touch it, but it's still blurred in your mind's eye. And as you touch it, you feel this sticky sliminess, and then your hand starts to dissolve.
The man called Rolf just recoils and is like, his eyes are wide and he's clutching his hand that's dissolving with the other one, trying to comprehend what's happening, and he's down on his knees sobbing.
Then the figure pops, and this slime engulfs you, and your entire body melts in searing pain.
And we hear the man called Rolf screaming, "Ah!" My throat was way too dry for that.
That's still canon, Harley.
That's literally how it goes.
That's canon.
The vision ends, and we see him just like coughing on the floor.
The dry air in the catacombs right your throat, huh?
As you look around, the catacombs are back to normal.
The man called Rolf does not have good feelings about this. He must find Olaf quickly. And he proceeds to look for maybe some hidden nooks or secret passages in the basement.
Okay, we'll come back to you in a bit. Esmeralda, why don't you go next?
So Esmeralda wakes up in bed. What did I dream of? I don't remember. Right? I don't know what I dreamt of. You said I don't remember. I tried to remember what my nightmare was about, but I couldn't.
A nebulous void stretches into endless darkness. The haze lifts as light pierces the satin veil of the void. Esmeralda shoots up awake in bed.
Yeah, so it's just like so Esmeralda's like kind of, let's just say, a little depressed, and let's just say she's in kind of a slump since all this stuff happened with Elizabeth and Dwight.
Let me just, it's been about 2 weeks.
Okay, that's good context.
She starts her day off with her daily routine lately. She doesn't do anything. She lays in bed and turns on the TV. And
that's a sign of depression.
She just grabs, like, a box of crackers that she had next to the bed, and she has, like, some water from the night or actually, let's say she can't drink, because that's a part of her thing. So she has some water from the night before, and she, like, gargles her mouth with that to clean it out, and she just starts eating the crackers. And then she starts yelling at TV, "No, don't go in there! Obviously it's a trap!" That's her life. That's what she's doing.
Okay. Do you want to do anything else yet?
She's depressed. She does not want to do anything else.
Okay. Rudius, what are you doing?
Did I hear the scream from the man called Rolf?
No, he's way deep in the catacombs, so...
Okay. Well, as you said, I'm staring at the altar and the book, trying to decide if I should maybe get rid of the book permanently, because I'm worried about what happened to the man called Rolf last time, and I have a feeling that the book could be the key to it. Well, it's pretty obvious it was the reason. So, is there any way I can hide the book, maybe under the floorboards? That way no one could find it? Or...
yeah, you could do something like that.
Okay. Is it possible to hide the book off-site, not in the building, but only UGM and I will know? No one else?
Oh.
That's interesting.
Because since the book calls to him, even if it's under the floorboard, he will probably have access to it.
Okay, yeah. We can do that. Let's just send me a message of where you hide it.
Alright, I sent you the message.
Oh, no. You said under the floorboards.
No, that's why I said, can I bury it, but I put it somewhere off-site as well. I was asking which ones are available. If that doesn't work, the floorboard works, but...
Well, you can do that, but that will result in somebody else finding it.
Okay. I'll just hide it somewhere in the house then. Actually, no, I'll always keep it on me. I'll just put it inside like a inside pocket of the new trench coat I got.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't trust anyone really at this point.
Okay, so Olaf, at this point, you wake up. You were taking kind of like a hibernation in the catacombs under the funeral home. You know how the Draugr in Skyrim are just like standing like with their arms crossed before they're awakened? That's basically what you're doing.
I like shake my head and like...
We saw him post-credits, but we didn't find him.
Anyways, I shake my head as I'm trying to shake away the sleep. And I wonder out loud. I wonder what's happened in my absence. And then, I go... This is familiar to me, right? This area?
Yeah, relatively.
Yeah, okay. I'll go towards the exit. How many exits are there?
Just one.
Just one? Alright, I'll go through the exit.
Is this tomb or catacomb, did it exist before the property was owned by the Winters Funeral Home, or is it something the Winters Funeral Home created to store bodies?
No, it's technically part of it, but Olaf has like broken in one of the walls that would jut up against it. So like, actually, yeah, in that case, Olaf, there are two entrances. There's like the main entrance to the catacombs, like from the cemetery, and then there's the entrance that you made through the basement.
I'm gonna go at the cemetery.
Okay.
Because I don't expect anything really from the other end.
And the cemetery is still in the property of the Winters Funeral Home, correct? Or is that like a separate...
It's still part of the property.
Okay.
The man called Rolf, you see out of the corner of your eye this hulking figure pass by one of the aisles of the catacomb.
Is it just a shadow to the man called Rolf, or does Rolf recognize that it's Olaf?
It moves past you too fast for you to tell, so you're not quite sure.
The man called Rolf becomes very suspicious due to his paranoia, so he's going to draw his big knife, and in the other hand, he's going to clutch the Star of David amulet, and he's going to slowly pursue after the figure.
Roll act under pressure.
Ooh, okay. That's gonna be a 7.
Okay, if you want to keep your cover, you're gonna have to duck into this alcove kind of thing that's covered in cobwebs. Or spiderwebs, you can't really tell.
The man called Rolf does that.
Okay. You dive into the little alcove just as this figure turns around and looks to see who's following him. You see crawling across your arm the biggest black widow you've ever seen in your life.
The man called Rolf cries out, "Oh!" And like he absentmindedly tries to use the knife to get the Black Widow off of him.
Olaf, you hear this.
Olaf turns around, looks around, spots the trouble, and runs towards the man called Rolf. The man called Rolf! What's wrong?
Olaf! And he completely forgets about the Black Widow, and he runs up to Olaf and hugs him super tightly.
Olaf returns the hug.
It's cute, man.
What's wrong? The man called Rolf.
There were spiders and the man called Rolf missed Olaf!
I was only asleep for 2 days.
2 weeks. More than 2 weeks.
No. Yeah. Olaf thinks he was only gone for 2 days.
The man called Rolf needs to tell Olaf something. Olaf was not asleep for 2 days.
Oh, was I only asleep for a few hours?
Olaf was asleep for over 2 weeks.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
How could this be?
The man called Rolf was so worried.
I am sorry, the man called Rolf. I did not know.
Olaf has missed much.
So it seems.
And the man called Rolf kind of drags Olaf upstairs by the hand.
As you reach the first floor, Damien, you arrive with your guest.
I open the door and welcome to our humble funeral home.
Immediately, the man called Rolf and Olaf, you see Damien walk in with this person.
The man called Rolf still has his big knife out in one hand, and he was so off-put by the agents from 2 weeks ago that he is instantly on guard, and he flinches back and he's got his knife up and he's staring very in a hostile manner at the lady.
Olaf notices the man called Rolf's tension, and he reacts by growling. Grrr!
Is he a fucking dog?
And trying to get in between the man called Rolf and this mysterious agent. You are not welcome here.
Damien turns to Olaf and says, "Down, boy. This is not an intruder. I invited her. She's a member of my group."
How does Damien know he can trust her?
Well, you trust me, right?
Of course the man called Rolf trusts Damien.
Then for a while, I say we trust her, and maybe we can...
She walks up to Olaf, and she lifts his arm, and she's, inspecting it. A Draugr?
Olaf snatches his arm away.
I haven't seen one of these in years.
Back away, puny mortal.
How do you maintain your moisture levels in a place with such high humidity as Sam's Landing?
It is not necessary.
Interesting.
And Olaf walks away.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. He's a bit shy. A lot shy.
The man called Rolf follows Olaf out of the room.
At this point, Esmeralda walks down the stairs. She's heading to the kitchen to get more food.
Okay. Esmeralda Latara walks down the stairs and she sees the lady with the red hair. And so she says, "Oh, we're having guests." And then she proceeds to walk towards the kitchen.
And as Esmeralda walks away, Damien looks at the agent and is like, I assure you, we're a lot friendlier. It's just been a rough couple of weeks.
Esmeralda gets another box of crackers, and she pours herself some Sunny D. And then she walks back. As she's walking back towards her room, she glances and she says, "Are you with those other agents?"
Are you referring to Agent Toombs?
No, I'm not referring to Agent Toombs. You don't know the one I'm talking about then, I guess. Why are you here?
Well, as I explained to Agent Toombs, I am an auditor of sorts for the Order of St. John, and I'm here to shadow Agent Toombs and his interactions and see that he has the Order's best interest in mind.
And if you find that he doesn't?
Well, that's really not up to me. I merely write up the report and turn it into my superiors.
Yes, but if you write up the report and favor and say that he does not have the what is it called again? The place. The what?
The best interest.
No, but the place. What's his thing called? Oh, and find that he doesn't have the Order of St. John's best interests at heart, then what would happen?
Well, that's really determined on a case-by-case basis by my superiors. Generally, they would be reassigned, and they would be reprimanded, or in some cases terminated.
Damien, I'd watch out for this one. And then she walks back up to her room.
Nice meeting you.
Oh yeah, it was great meeting you too.
How old is this lady?
She's like 30.
Well, she's been doing this for 15 years. She's been doing this since she's 15.
Yeah.
Damn. Order of
like,
St. John starts young.
Yeah, it's not like they're a government organization or anything, yeah.
Maybe she was in the same program as 11.
So Esmeralda Latara walks back into her room, and seeing this lady, it sparks something. She feels like her team is threatened. So she gets angry now. And she gears the fuck up.
Oh, damn.
It's like a montage of her wearing, like, putting on her armor.
And then she, like, takes out, like, her crossbow and is, like, pointing it, making sure, you know, it's still nice and waxy. And she finds that the,
Was it waxy?
Have you never used a bow and arrow?
No.
I meant to say her bow and arrow, not her crossbow.
She has a bow and arrow?
So she waxes yeah, she has a bow and arrow.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait, or is it a crossbow? Hold on, I gotta check.
You have
She's
a crossbow.
It is a crossbow. Okay, never mind. She finds out that it's nice and crossbowy. And then, and yeah, she gets ready and she walks out of the funeral home. Actually, no. Then she decides to call Yurik Burnson.
Oh boy.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Wait, I have to find my sheet. You can cut the scene to someone else.
Okay. Rudius, what are you doing now?
Walking downstairs, because it's getting really boring staying up in the attic all day. So, what time is it?
It's about 9 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm going downstairs to get, like, a late breakfast.
Okay. You see this strange woman there. She's
Damien's.
got she's got dark red hair up in like a ponytail kind of thing. And she's wearing these thick horn-rimmed glasses.
And Damien's with her?
Yeah, Damien is talking to her.
I approach them and I sort of look at Damien questioningly.
I look back and it's like, give a glass that pretty much says, don't worry about it, but we might be screwed.
Why?
Let's just say she's an inspector.
Oh.
You're saying this while she's sitting right next to you?
No, I'm just kind of giving him the glance. It's like somewhat worried, like...
Your
So
glance
you
says
communicate all that with like...
He's glancing and raising his eyebrows in like Morse code. Let's just say she's an inspector.
he blinks his left and right eyes for Morse code.
Let's just act like that didn't happen, and I just like turn to the agent and like, I'm Rudius, by the way. I am his cousin.
Oh, yes, Stargazer?
Yes, yeah, that's my family name.
Yeah, I'm familiar with your family's work. I believe I worked with your mother a couple of times.
Really? What on?
Well, there was some sort of issue down in Mexico. Some sort of creature was running around, stealing livestock, but it turns out, according to, well, with the help of your mother, we found out that it was actually an occult ritual that was attempting to bring forth a demonic entity.
Oh, Very interesting. Never heard of this from my mother, but yeah, very cool. I'm grabbing a late breakfast. Do you want to have something to eat?
She looks over at Damien. Well, yes. I was looking into the town, and I see that there's some sort of harvest festival going on in town.
Yes, we do that every year, I guess. Yeah, you want to maybe go for a walk and look around? Damien, why don't you
Is this a date?
take her?
This
No,
is
I don't wanna
totally
go.
a date.
Are you trying to fuck the hot red agent?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna tell you her vagina's sewn up. That's what they do.
That's your
Hey,
sect.
she's not from the sect. Yeah. And I didn't know they did this, Marla. Are you okay?
Esmeralda's not there. She's just like talking within your head. She has that ability. She's like a conscience.
But Esmeralda,
yeah.
Esmeralda never got to that level in the sect yet.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
they like fucking shunned
She's still a
me.
novice, yeah. But, yeah, I not very subtly ask her to go to the Harvest Festival.
Yeah, I heard that there's a particularly good pie stand.
Yeah, they're fantastic. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, pie? I didn't know they sell pie? Shit, okay. Oh, yeah, I didn't catch your name, by the way.
I'm Agent Sullivan. You can call me Alexis.
Wait,
Oh.
out of character. That's my first girlfriend's name.
Oh my god!
It's meant to be.
It's meant to be.
Wow. That worked out better than I ever could have hoped.
Yo, the way Julio described her sounded like my first, and then you said Alexa, I'm safe.
So Esmeralda Latara wants to call Yurik Burnson.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and roll.
That was a good roll.
Plus, sorry, I have to roll plus.
Plus sharp, I think.
Yeah, so I get, it's actually
8?
8. Yes.
Can
That's
you scroll
still
down
pretty
so I
good,
can
though.
see what it does? On a 7 to 9, you choose they're either busy and can't help, or they answer the question, but you owe a favor.
Okay. I'm gonna call him. Ring, 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 ring.
Nope.
Esmeralda.
Oh, hello, Yurik Burnson. Oh, sorry, Sir Burnson.
Wait, so which is it? Are they busy, or do you owe them a favor?
I said the favor thing. I asked them the question, but they
Okay. What do you require, Esmeralda?
So, I'm in kind of bad standing with my sect. I'm not sure if you knew, or with the sect. What can I do to get in good standing with them?
I believe it was I that delivered this message to you, but a fortnight ago.
Oh, yes! Sorry, I've been stuffing my face with crackers and drinking lots of water and Sunny D. So I'm a little
Maintaining
forgetful.
Your form.
Oh, don't worry, I still look wonderful.
I am more concerned with your combat ability,
Oh,
Esmeralda.
I just did a quick little training run thing in my little room, and I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm ready to get out there. I'm GTG. I don't know if that's a thing in the 90s, but I'm GTG anyways.
Well, Esmeralda, your subordinates are progressing in their re-education.
Oh, am I ever gonna get them back? Because if not, I don't really care about that.
We shall see, Esmeralda.
Oh, okay, that's great to hear, though. Either way, sorry. So can you give me any hints on how to get back in good standing with the sect, and maybe I could do a favor for you? In the process.
Meditate on this, Esmeralda. Meditate on your failures. The task will make itself clear to you.
Okay. Alright. Well, it was great talking to you as usual. Okay, alright, well, bye now. She hangs up.
Hey, are we still not doing the stat highlight thing?
Yeah, we're still not doing that.
Ah, come on, man.
Okay. So what do you do now, Esmeralda?
I meditate.
Okay. The man called Rolf and Olaf, what are you two doing?
That's a good question. Olaf, you left the room first. Where were you heading?
Nowhere in particular, just getting out of there.
I guess the man called Rolf will lead Olaf back to his room then.
Ooh.
Back to whose room?
The man called Rolf's room.
Oh.
Okay, you do that.
And the man called Rolf will kind of just like sit on the bed and kind of stare at Olaf, still kind of disbelieving that Olaf is back and okay.
Is there a sexual tension?
Not from the man called Rolf. There's a familial tension.
Julio,
Oh.
did I have a weapon again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I need to enchant your sword
Okay.
too, don't I?
I wasn't sure. I don't remember if I had actually gotten it or not.
Yeah, you grab it from the armory.
Olaf, the man called Rolf would like to know, why did you disappear?
To sleep.
The man called Rolf was so worried that you wouldn't come back, that you had been killed.
That he realized he loved you.
As family!
Well, husband and wife are family too.
Wow.
Olaf is okay. For now.
The man called Rolf is worried about that agent, though. The last time an agent came through, they were looking for Rolf because he killed the mayor. And this one might be trying to lock him up, too.
I am here. The man called Rolf. You have nothing to fear.
There's so much romance.
And he
in this
leans
one.
in for a kiss.
The man called Rolf ducks him and gives him a hug instead.
Denied.
Damien and... Oh, so Damien, you're going to the Harvest Festival?
Yeah, the Harvest Festival.
Third wheeling.
Damien,
Making sure
I
my
feel like
husband
you would
gets
yell out to the house and invite everybody else to come too.
Oh, man.
Yep. So, because I will mess this up for him. It's what family do, isn't it?
Yeah!
Oh, man. Okay, how old is everyone in our party? I know that I'm in the early 30s. I'm in my early 30s. What is everyone else?
Olaf is like...
I'm 24.
Yeah, I don't want to know Olaf's.
No one knows how old
A
the
few
man
thousand
called
years old,
Rolf
probably.
is.
Not
How
even
old
the
is
man
Rolf?
called Rolf.
Not even the man called Rolf.
Wait, how
No one
old
knows.
is? Oh, okay. Well, what does he look like? Does he look like he's in his teens, late 40s? Like,
He looks ambiguous in terms of his age.
So probably mid-20s, early 30s, because you can never tell, you know?
okay, yeah.
But he also has some gray hairs.
Could
So
just be
he's in his
stress,
40s.
but- yeah, and how old is, what was his name? Damien?
Damien's around like 33.
So we're about the same age. Okay.
Do you not have it on your sheet, Ariz?
Does
Yeah, you're
Esmer-
He's 28. He's 28. You don't even know your own age, jeez.
Okay, so
does Esmeralda hear him call out and invite everyone?
yeah, everybody upstairs hears Damien call
But
out.
I was meditating.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
Do you
Like,
want to roll?
Well, I want to see if I figure out anything from my meditation. 'Cause he
Okay,
said he was
so
gonna
roll
speak to
roll
me.
plus sharp for that. For the meditation.
So I got a 9.
Okay. You see
Maybe.
this nebulous void that you had seen in your dreams. And as you travel through it, you can feel this temperature increasing. And as it increases, the darkness of the void splits and you see a bright white light. And as it's coming towards you, you snap out of your meditation.
Well, that didn't tell me anything. Okay. That's when I hear Damien?
That's when you hear Damien.
Oh. I guess I'll go to that. So she walks out her door and she says, and she looks for the man called Rolf and Olaf. Olaf, the man called Rolf!
I feel like she would find them in Rolf's room, right as Rolf hugs Olaf.
Oh, look how sweet, reunited.
The man called Rolf is so happy to have Olaf home.
Has he not been here the whole time?
At this, the man called Rolf kind of turns around, releases Olaf, and kind of gives Esmeralda a really strange look, a bewildered look, and he says, "The man called Rolf implores Esmeralda. Remember that Olaf was gone for over 2 weeks." And you can kind of see, like, his eyes are still red, and he's got, like, tears on the edge of his eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And his pants are down.
Are you guys gonna go to the festival?
The man called Rolf kind of shakes his head to kind of get the tears out of his eyes, and he nods.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna go downstairs. And go to the festival.
But whenever the man called Ralph sees the agent downstairs, he's still, like, he's kind of cowering behind Olaf and, like, watching her intently.
Olaf ignores the agent.
The group heads out. As you reach the center of town, you see that the stands from the Harvest Festival kind of spread through the entire town. They kind of weave in and out and create these, basically think of like a town-wide farmer's market. It turns out that Sam's Landing is actually known for this festival, and people come from all over the country to take part in the festival and set up stands and sell their organic goods and things like that.
Is there like a special name for the festival, or
Sam's Landing Harvest Festival?
Oh, okay. How long have you been in the town, like, before all the mysteries
You guys
started?
had been in the town for about 3 months before the first mystery.
Okay. It's
So
been, what, close to a year now?
No, not even. It's been about 9 months, because you guys, the first mystery was on July 4th, so 3 months before that would have been, what, March?
Yeah.
So less than a year, and now it's September.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
Esmeralda Latara looks around for anything suspicious.
I head straight for the pie shop, or wherever you can get the pie.
You, you see various stands where there's pie, but around a particular one, there's a massive crowd.
Straight for that crowd.
I'm assuming the agent went with Rudius, right?
Well, he's actually with Damien, but they're all three of them are walking towards the pie thing.
Okay, Rolf is gonna kind of stealthily follow them from a distance.
Why are you always
Roll act under pressure.
Okay. That's gonna be an 8.
Okay, you can follow them unnoticed, but the sheriffs are all noticing you.
Oh, great.
No, it's probably just like a pickpocket.
Well, I'm committed now, so he's gonna do it.
Okay.
Olaf is casually walking along.
No, because he already rolled for stealth. Wait, Olaf is standing next to him?
Olaf is casually walking along.
He's not even sneaking. Do we notice Olaf?
Well, yeah, you guys can see that Olaf is there, but, I mean, that's nothing It's not out of the ordinary or anything. He's with you guys.
He's tall as shit too, isn't he? Is he like 7 feet something?
Yeah, he's super tall. Okay, Esmeralda. So you're looking around for suspicious stuff?
Yes. Yes.
Roll. Read a bad situation.
It's plus what? Plus what? Oh,
I think it's plus sharp.
Yeah, so 9.
Okay, I think on a 9 you hold 2. Let me double check. Actually, you hold 1.
Yeah, it's 1. 10 and above is 2. Wait, is she doing read a bad situation?
Yeah.
And didn't she hold 3 or something? First one was 3. Yeah, hold 3 on 10.
Yeah, but she rolled a 9.
Oh, okay, then she rolled 9. Yeah, sorry.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
As you're looking around, you see a few of the stands have weapons. They're selling homemade stuff and the deer antler knives and things like that.
Yeah.
As you look at one of them, your mind flashes back to the white light in your meditation and snaps back.
She walks up to that stand. And she picks up, was it a knife that flashed back or just the stand?
Just the stand.
Okay, she walks up to the stand.
This is very outstanding.
You can see a man sitting in a lawn chair behind it. He's pretty tall, maybe about 6 feet. He's got a big beer belly and a Budweiser baseball hat on.
Are you describing my dad right now?
He's bald and he's got a really wispy mustache.
Yeah, so you're describing my dad.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Hello, excuse me.
Yeah, what do you need?
I was just interested in all of these things. Do you make them yourself?
Yeah, these are all hand carved and all the metal is smelted in my own refinery and I pound it down. I make all these knives myself.
So, you get all these bones yourself?
That's right. Sometimes my buddies give me their antlers that are not big enough to mount,
Are they all made out of antlers?
Majority of them, yeah. Some of them are boar's bone.
Any other type of bone?
No.
Oh. Anything else besides the weapons?
Roll manipulate someone.
So plus 1.
Did you ask anything else besides the weapons? Is that what you said?
I got a 12. Yeah, anything else besides the weapons, and I got a 12.
He kind of leans over the little table and he looks both ways. What exactly are you looking for?
Anything dangerous?
I think I might have something. Come around the side.
She goes around to the side.
He closes the curtain for the stand to show that it's closed. And from under the table he pulls out this really long case. Now, you're not a cop, are you?
Do I look like a cop? And she's wearing her archaic clothing and...
I don't know what you look like, but... Alright, I'm gonna show you this, but it's only because I think you might be a serious buyer.
I am a serious buyer. I can assure you of that.
He opens the case, and inside is an M60 machine gun.
Oh, very interesting.
Now this baby will fire 50 caliber rounds at 300 rounds a minute.
Is it 30 or 300?
It's 300, alright. I got the manual in there if you wanted to check me on that, but...
How much does a baby like this cost?
Well, retail might cost you about $2,000, but, seeing as we're doing this under the table, $5,000.
$5,000? For under the table? More expensive. I didn't know that.
Feds won't know you got this baby until they pull up to your door. By then,
I'll murder them, yes.
That'd be long gone.
How much money does Esmeralda have?
None.
$30.
Well, okay, no, actually, she hasn't been living at her apartment, so she hasn't been paying rent or anything. Geez, I don't even know.
Say she makes like $2,000 a month.
No, that's
No.
like nowadays.
Okay, say like 500.
Yeah.
If you wash dishes
for 9
part time,
You was
500 a month for 9 months would be 1,800.
what? That's not right. 500
Wait,
for
is it-
9 months.
I mean, sorry, that wouldn't be 1,800. That would be
4,500.
Yeah, 4,500. I know how to do math. All I got is 4,500. 4,000. All I got is 4,000. Gotta keep 500 for myself.
Wait, isn't this September?
Yeah,
So it's been 6 months,
Shh,
then, right?
bitch. Oh my god.
March, April, May,
Yeah, it
June,
has,
July,
okay, yes.
August. Oh yeah, it's only been 6 months.
Let's just say she has 4,500.
No.
Oh my god, how much money does she have? You should
Okay,
know this.
roll a d6, and you have that times 1,000.
Oh, okay. You could potentially have 6.
You,
Just
you
one
roll
d6,
2
not 2.
d6. You roll 1 d6.
D6. Or a 1, either works.
Aww.
Sorry, I don't have that kind of money.
She rolled a 1,
Well.
by the way.
You better not go telling anyone. I got this.
Oh, don't worry, I won't tell anyone.
He puts it away and opens the thing back up.
If you get anything else that's interesting, let me know. And she, writes down the number of the funeral home.
Well, hang on. Nah, never mind.
What were you gonna say?
Well, look, if you're looking to make some extra money, do have something you could do.
Keep talking.
Side quest.
Got this buddy, right? Skins deer and mounts the heads and all. Now, I know you. I seen you. You and your friends. You're always mixed up in weird shit, right?
Well, yeah, weird shit's cool, right?
Yeah, well, not if you ask my buddy. See, he's got a hold of this, deer. Or at least, that's what he thinks it is. See, he found it in this muck in the middle of the woods, and, yeah, it's, well, I think you better go see it. He takes one of his, business cards and he writes, an address on the back. Anyway, says he's paying for someone to, deal with this, skull that he's got.
Will he be expecting me, or do I have to make it subtle?
I think at this point, he just wants that thing gone.
Alright. Thanks. She goes to the address.
Very direct.
Okay.
Well, actually, she goes to find everyone. Well, actually, not Damien and not Damien and Rudius, because they're too busy with the redhead bitch. So she goes to
Why
find...
does everyone hate her? What's wrong with her?
I don't hate
She
her.
didn't do
I just
anything.
don't see why you guys are mingling with a fucking agent.
Why
After
not?
what just happened.
He's from the
Well,
he's-
them two literally work with those agents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't, and I don't want to be involved with that. So she goes to find the man called Ralph and Olaf. Also because she's worried that they're going to get mixed up in some shit. And
The man called Rolf and Olaf. I just realized that. Okay. The man called Rolf and Olaf. Like, that's what the man is called. He's called Rolf and Olaf.
He's called Ralph and Olaf.
Yeah. How's it going, Ralph and Noah?
Anyway, so she goes to find him.
Okay. Yeah, you, yell out for, the man called Rolf when you see him and, blow his cover.
Fuck!
The man called Ralph!
The man called Rolf kind of freezes and he looks around.
Yeah, his cover is blown, so I'm assuming we
And
noticed.
is the agent like staring at him?
Yeah, all three of them are staring at you.
The man called Rolf sees the agent staring at him and he kind of goes and runs away.
Olaf follows at a leisurely pace.
I look at Alexis and say, I'm sorry, he didn't have his rabies shot.
She runs after them. Esmeralda does. The man called Ralph! Olaf, stop!
The man called Rolf runs up to her. He's like, the man called Rolf was trying to surveil the agent.
Oh, I know. I don't have a good feeling about her. But I have a better thing for us to do. And she takes out the card and shows it to them. There's a strange animal that this man has. I think we should investigate it.
The man called Rolf nods.
Olaf?
Sure.
Alright, let's go.
So, Rudius and Damien and Agent Sullivan, you finally get up to the counter. And behind the counter, you see a single woman. Mid-20s. She's got dark hair. And she's kind of like a hippie woman. Like, she's got, like, flowers and stuff all over her hair. And she's wearing, like, this, like, sundress kind of thing. And she's, like, running all over the place, handing people pies and taking money and stuff. And you see that there's, like, stacks and stacks of pies behind her. And they're not really labeled. They're just kind of in those, like, kind of like the containers that you get donuts in, but for pies. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Are these, like, full-size pies or, like, they're smaller, like, one person?
So she's got two sizes. She's got personal ones that are, like, these, like, little ones. And then she's got, like, full-size pies.
Okay. I tried to get her attention by waving and, like, we'd like 3 of the smaller ones.
She eventually gets over to you. Oh, I'm sorry, what did you say? What?
3 of the smaller pies, please.
Okay. She goes and she grabs them. Hey, you look familiar. Have you guys been in the newspaper?
I look at Damien questioningly. Have we?
She turns around and rips a newspaper out from under a few boxes. Yeah, see?
What does it say?
It says, degenerates becoming too common in Sam's Landing? Question mark. An editorial by Henry Akeley.
Oh, wow.
Which one is it, slander or libel when it's written?
Slander.
Well, if it's an editorial, though, it's a little bit different because that's opinion.
Okay, I suppose so. Just ignore that. It's just political bullcrap.
Well, is it true that you guys own the funeral home?
It's partially correct. We live there at the moment, but our friend owns it, not us. Yes.
That's rad.
Why? Yeah, it's interesting.
She touches Rudius's hand as she gives the pies over. I'd love to come take a look sometime. Sort of like one of my eyebrows are raised. I'm sure the homeowner would be willing to give you a tour. Maybe you should contact her. Like, she looks at the paper. Which one is he? It's a she, and is there Esmeralda in the picture? Yeah. I just point at her. That's her. She owns it. Oh, is that a woman? Yes, that is a woman. I guess the tattoos kind of threw me off. Yeah, she has a pretty unique style. Yeah, but yeah, I'm sure she'll be willing to give you a tour of the house if you want to come visit at some point. Hang on a second. She turns around and she writes down a number on her business card. Here, this is my personal number. Give me a call if you need any more pies. I very conspicuously hand her over to Damien. Yeah, why don't you give her a call when maybe you or Esmeralda have some time to spare. Then I look to Agent Sullivan. Like, why don't we dig into the pies? I heard they're really good. Yeah, 1 second. Miss, could I get that newspaper? No, she hands it over. Okay, let's check in on our side quest group.
So, they're making their way to the house, I assume?
Yeah, so you guys have walked about a mile into the forest, into the Medroot Woods, And you're kind of go up this like little hill and get to this cliff. And right next to the cliff, there's this cabin with this big fence all the way around it.
I guess this is the place.
Are you sure?
She looks at the card. Yep, same address.
The man called Rolf is a little bit nervous about this place.
Olaf tromps up to the door and knocks.
No.
Hello? Is anybody in there?
You don't hear an answer, but around the back you hear like some machinery going.
Like heavy machine?
Yeah, like.
She
I
looks
think
at Olaf
someone's in the back.
Should we go?
Olaf walks to the back.
The man called
Hello?
Rolf
That's
follows with
too.
his knife drawn.
Oh, come
Hello?
on. dude.
As you come around the
That's a
side,
little
you see this big, massive stag just standing there, but it's completely white and like it's like rigid. And you see this man holding a power sander, and he's just going at the legs of this thing. He has his back to you guys.
Oh, go ahead.
Stab him.
No, Esmeralda, like kicks something on the floor so that he like sees it slide. Maybe through his peripheral vision or something.
Okay. Yeah, you kick like a rock and it kind of rolls past him. He stops the power sander and takes off the head. What do you call him? Like
Respirator?
no. Well, yeah, that too. But he's wearing
Helmet
like
thing, yeah,
no headphone things, like
earmuffs.
Earmuffs, yeah.
earmuffs. That's what it is. And he turns around. How can I help you?
Actually, we were sent here by a buddy of yours, I believe. He said you had a strange animal, and she hands him the card.
He looks at it for a second. He's like, "This guy's no friend of mine, but yeah, I got something strange."
We can take that off your hands for you.
Well, we'll see. It's over here in the shed.
As they're walking over to the shed, the man called Rolf kind of taps the stranger on the shoulder and he goes, "Do not worry, civilian. The man called Rolf is specially suited to handling such creatures." And he kind of taps his knife and he kind of raises his eyebrows.
Weren't you the guy trying to stab people during the bank robbery the other day?
The man called Rolf was not stabbing people!
No. You see,
And he
was
looks
there to
away
help.
crossly.
Oh, he was there to help. He has some, things that he's working past, but he was just there to help. All right, let's see this thing.
He opens the door to a small shed, and it's dark in the shed, but way in the back, through like a crack in the ceiling of the shed, a thin light beam lights a stag's skull that sits all the way in the back on a shelf.
The man called Rolf runs at the skull and stabs it with the knife.
It's dead already!
Before you go in, he kind of stops you with his hand. Well, hang on a second. I've posted this thing online. Or no, this is the 90s.
In a magazine, like a weird magazine.
Yeah.
I've posted ads in the paper about this thing week after week. And each week, new people come to try to take it off my hands. Not a single person has been able to grab it.
Okay. Why don't you give it a try, the man called Rolf?
The man called Rolf kind of he tucks his knife away and kind of stretches his arm out in front of him like he's cracking his knuckles. And he kind of confidently crouch walks into the shed.
Roll act under pressure.
I'm gonna use luck for this.
How bad was it?
It's a 5. Without the modifier. With the modifier, it's a 4. So yeah, I'm a burn luck.
He's going even crazier, dude.
Oh wait, my harm's reset, isn't it?
Yes.
No, not yours.
Oh?
You're stuck at 2 for the time being because of how badly you messed up your ankle. Also, I
that's
forgot to
right,
say,
I
you're
forgot
going to be at
about that.
-1 for your act under pressure rolls because of that.
Oh, okay. Okay, so then that's gonna put me at a 10 with burning luck.
Well, for the luck, it doesn't matter. The luck puts it at max either way.
Oh, okay.
Also, it's just -1, not -2.
Okay.
As you step in, instantly you feel this dread. This heavy oppressiveness just surrounds you. But it's nothing that you haven't dealt with before with your line of work. But you also start hearing in the back of your mind,
"You'll never be rid of me."
The man called Rolf draws his knife and slashes at the air behind him. Out, Sarah Miller!
Olaf,
hey, your buddy okay in there?
Actually, let me go and get him. She, tries to, pull him out of his, she tries to pull him out of, his freak out. Yeah, his translation.
Roll act under pressure.
So
Nice.
a 9. It's a 9, because I have -1 for cool.
Still though.
You step in and you manage to grab hold of him without getting cut by the knife, but you feel weak. And you see the skull, and you start thinking, why couldn't anybody grab this thing? What's wrong with it? What does it do?
Why couldn't anybody grab this thing? What's wrong with it? What does it do? Esmeralda thinks to herself. And she meditates and tries to grab it.
Well, this heavy dread overcomes you. And when you snap out of it, you're outside of the shed with...
Is the man called Rolf also outside of the shed?
Yeah.
Damn.
But I don't get it. Why was she sitting here then if she can't grab it? Because I thought she was sitting here by your Bernson.
Well, you're gonna have to figure it out.
She goes back in and tries to meditate.
It's a mystery.
Roll act under pressure.
It's a fail, right?
As soon as you take a step in, you're overcome by this feeling, this atmosphere, and you step right back out.
The man called Rolf draws his .38 revolver and shoots the skull.
As you take aim, you stare down the sights. You can't seem to move your finger to the trigger. And as you struggle, and as you get to the point where you're almost going to be able to move it, you put your hands down and you can't shoot it.
what has gotten into you two?
The man called Rolf cannot harm it.
Why don't you give it a try, Olaf?
Yes, it looks like it is Olaf's turn. Olaf walks in, swaggers in.
Roll act under pressure. You have to hunch to get into this shed, by the way.
Okay, he hunch swaggers in. Under pressure. Plus
It's like a badass hunchback.
9. Alright, so Olaf goes in.
You walk in, and you take about 2 or 3 steps in. You're probably 6 feet away from it now. And you start feeling the dread. And you can feel it in you almost. You take one more step, and you're closer now, and your line of sight is kind of blocked by this big box. And you know that the next step that you take will reveal this skull. And you struggle to move your leg. And as your next step is about to land and reveal the skull, you turn back and walk right out.
Damn.
Well, it seems like we're not any better off than the rest of the people who've came here before us.
It is not over yet.
No, it's not, Olaf.
Here, come with me. He leads you all inside the house, and he pulls out a pie, and he puts a slice in front of each of you. I don't... That was mean. I shouldn't have done that to you.
The man called Rolf would like to know, where did you obtain this skull?
And how were you able to get it here and up on that wall?
Well, it was right about this time of year, actually. Harvest Festival. And had a lot of people coming into town. There was a stand. Well, I suppose you're not supposed to call them gypsies anymore, right? It's like a slur or something.
Doesn't really matter.
To some, I guess. Anyway, they had to stand, all kinds of curios and knickknacks. And I saw that skull. Weren't more than a 3-pointer. Nothing crazy, but I wanted it. I wanted to mount it. It looked like it deserved it. It's in pristine condition. I asked how much it would be, and a woman said I could have it for free, as long as I gave it a spot. I said sure. I was planning on putting it right on top of the mantle once I mounted it. But once I got it home, I had another project I was working on, and well, I just didn't have room for it in the workshop, so I stuck it in the shed until I could get to it. A couple of weeks went by. I decided to start a new project and give that thing the place it deserved, and walked into the shed, and something felt off. Something wasn't right, and I walked up to the skull, and I couldn't touch the thing. My hand came within inches, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. And it got worse over time, and now can't even set foot in that shed. I'm surprised you all made it so far in as you did.
Do you know anything about it? Have you researched it? What type of animal is it?
It's a stag. Whitetail, I think. I'm not too sure, but it's a deer for sure.
Well, I can do some research and see why it brings such dread to all of us. I'm not sure if you experience it. I'm assuming you have. And then maybe I can figure out a way to get it down. Would you mind us coming back?
You're welcome to try whatever you want. At this point, I'm kind of giving up hope.
The man called Rolf would like to go out to the shed to look and see if there are any spirits near the shed.
Well, you didn't see any before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yours is always active.
Yeah. And also, I think Olaf has a sight.
Okay.
But the shutting down.
Okay, let's go back to the other group. You guys are sitting at a small picnic table and you're eating the pies. This is the best pie you've ever eaten in your entire life.
What does it taste like? Go into details.
It tastes... That's not too far off. What kind of pie is it? So you can't really tell what kind of pie it is, but it's got such a pie taste that it's like the quintessential pie.
Was it a meat pie or like a apple pie, like sweet? So
that's the thing. So you don't see any chunks of meat or anything, but as soon as your mind like drifts to the thoughts of meat, that's kind of what it is. It's not like it turns into that. It's just like it kind of tastes like
it's magical pie.
Everything. Like it's just the most delicious thing you've ever
eaten.
Perfect.
Okay. And did the agent do anything with a newspaper after she grabbed it?
She's eating her pie with one hand, with the fork as she's reading the newspaper with her other hand.
Can I try to read over her shoulder? Because I want to know what's written in it.
Fuck, you're putting me on the spot.
Isn't that what we're best at?
Yeah.
And if these degenerates insist on calling Sam's Landing their home, we can only assume that they're to bring more degenerates in with them. With the state of the city as it is now, and the dreadful choice that the constituents of this county have made for their new mayor, one can only... That's all you get to read.
Wait, So the sheriff won?
Yeah.
At that second, at the stage in center of town, Mayor Hughes walks up to the microphone. I want to thank you all for coming out to the Harvest Festival this year. It's definitely been a successful year and our biggest one ever. Enjoy yourselves, eat some pie, listen to the band. We've got a fun week ahead of us, and we've got a lot of events planned, so please relax and have fun.
Woo!
Thank you.
I'll go up to the mayor.
He walks over to the table.
Oh, okay, he just comes over.
Hey, fellas, who's this?
Yeah.
Alexis Sullivan. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So what are you boys up to today?
Yep. Yeah. How's the mayor's office treating you?
Well, it's taken some getting used to. It's definitely been a change from wearing the sheriff's uniform to this suit.
Yeah. Is your competition sore about the loss, or is he being a good sport?
Well, I'm sure you've read his editorial.
Yes. Just did.
Speaking of which, where's your friend, the owner of the funeral home?
She should be around here, I think. I know she's not here out of character, but I'm assuming the characters don't know. So I sort of just crane my neck and look around. Don't see him. Maybe they went back home early or something. Why, do you need something?
I've just got a business proposal. Listen, you guys have fun, alright?
Hang on, you can tell me what the proposal is. I can just relay it to her. I'm sure I'll see her later tonight.
It's nothing official yet. I'll contact her later, have my office do it.
Fair enough.
You guys have a fun day.
Yeah, you too.
Alright, so he walks off.
Where did they go? The rest of them? Asked Damien. Well, it's Rolf after all. Oh. Yeah, about that. I don't know if I told the rest of you guys. You remember the book the mayor was using for his cult ritual? Well, you know how I was looking into it and doing some research. Well, a couple of weeks back, while the whole debacle with Esmeralda's helpers was happening, I think the book sort of borderline possessed Rolf, and he tried to attack me for the book and all. So maybe we should keep the book away from him, and in the most extreme case, maybe destroy the book. So if you see the book with him, it's a erotic comic book, and his mind's too young for that kind of stuff.
Trying to turn her on, huh?
This was used for a ritual of some kind?
Yeah, it was like a sex dungeon we found. Yeah, it was like a German sex dungeon kind of stuff.
Damien, this wasn't in the dossier. When did you report this?
So you didn't have anything to do with it? You're so bad at lying, Damien.
Yeah, it was mostly harmless. The sheriffs probably took care of it, but we got hands on the book before that happened.
Well, Damien, I have to put this in my report. You need to report any supernatural happenings. That's your position here.
Just say you were
No, it was not supernatural in nature at all. Yeah, it was more of like a comic / an introductory book to, S&M. Yeah, it's nothing. Probably don't have to worry about that. Can I convince her?
Or I'll manipulate someone.
Yay!
Oh, God.
It's a sexual ritual.
Yeah, well, that's charm. Okay.
You know what you should have done? You should have just kissed her.
No, Damien should just said that he wasn't involved with it. That he's just learning about it now. Like, he knew about the book.
Oh no, I failed. Hey, I leveled up.
Don't forget about luck. Yeah, you have luck.
I don't want to use that shit.
Oh my god.
Do you want another freaking Rolf? Do you want another Rolf?
Well, can
man.
I see this book?
We don't have it on us at the moment, I don't think. You don't have it on you, do you, Damien?
Listen, Agent Toombs. I'm not your enemy here, okay? I'm here to find out what's going on in this town and if you can handle it properly. If you make your full reports, it'll be easier for me to make the case that you are handling it. Well, Agent Toombs, tonight we'll have to go through and write a full report on this, regardless of whether it's relevant or not.
Yeah, I can probably help you guys with that too.
Alright, let's go back to the Antler crew.
We are doing nothing over here.
It's character building.
So,
Yeah.
Esmeralda, Tara, and Olaf, she looks at Olaf and Rolf and she says, so should we head out and do some research?
The man called Rolf thinks that perhaps Rudius and Damien might be able to shed some further light on the matter.
Do we want the agent to know about this? The man called Rolf. Ask yourself that question.
The man called Rolf kinda like, he has a blank look on his face at first, and then he vehemently shakes his head, like a little kid does.
Exactly. I think we should maybe wait until they're far away from her and maybe decide if we would like to tell them, but it seems like they're giving her a lot of... It seems like Damien's being a little bit too free with her, inviting her to the funeral home without even consulting the owner. How dare he?
Wait. The man called Rolf has an idea.
Okay.
The Black Book from Mayor Evan Cooper.
Mm-mm.
The man called Rolf thinks he might be able to use its power to destroy the skull.
Interesting. I think you've got something here, the man called Rolf. Alright, let's head back and let's just snatch that book right out of wherever it's at. Do you know where it's at?
The man called Rolf is not sure. The man called Rolf recalls seeing Rudius take it from him, but that was the last time Rolf saw the book.
Okay, well, I think that's the best lead we've got.
Y'all really want to fucking fuck shit up.
We do want to fuck shit up.
Yes.
Alright.
I guess...
so
I guess we'll just head back to the winner's funeral home then?
Funeral home.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Neal, do you concur?
Olaf concurs.
Alright, so we head back to the funeral home.
Okay. Let's say it's about 2 o'clock now, like midday, a little bit past midday. What do you guys do at the funeral home?
Search.
Well, we're gonna look for the book.
Oh yeah, we'll go to Rudius's room to go search for the book.
Hey, don't mess with my shit, bro.
Okay, all of you roll investigate a mystery.
Ooh.
Can I say I have traps laid in my room? Magical traps. Oh my god.
I rolled a 9.
I got a...
You're gonna find my porn mags.
So I get +1.
Wait, what did you roll, Harley?
A 9.
Okay, well, there's really only one question that's relevant to this.
What is being concealed? Or no, wait, no, I don't know.
I suppose that one would be too.
Yeah, but that's not the one he meant, so there's something else. What sort of creature is it? I think that's what he means.
No.
I think it is what is being concealed. It's the only thing.
We could ask, where did it go? Where did the book go?
But it's not, it can't move itself, so it can't go anywhere.
I guess. Yeah.
Maybe...
Like when you lose your keys,
well, it could be...
like, oh, where did
so
my keys
who wants
go?
to ask?
I'd like to ask why it's being concealed.
Are you guys searching the entire house or just his room?
No, just Rudius's room.
No, search the entire house. I want to search the entire house.
Well, Rolf is just searching Rudius's room.
How about Olaf? I feel like Olaf would be always with Rolf, so...
And you're searching the entire house, Esmeralda?
Yes.
Okay, well, in Rudius's room, you find one of the vents for the house. One of the, it's like a floor vent. It's not in the floor, but it's like on the wall near the floor. You know what I'm talking about? Find one of those that all of the screws are loose.
Olaf does?
Whoever just asked that question.
Yeah, it was Olaf.
And what does Olaf find?
You find a collection of pornographic magazines.
Ah, shit. He found it.
Olaf flips through them.
Hey, why are y'all trying to ruin shit for me?
The man
German
called
sex
Rolf
dungeon.
wants to know where did it go.
I'm glad you asked.
Fuck.
You're an idiot. You don't really think he would leave it here, would you?
Does Sarah Miller know where the book is?
Why should I tell you? You couldn't hold on to it for 3 seconds last time.
Because the man called Rolf needs the power now.
Palpitating over here.
And the man called Rolf simply needed more time to discover how to use the power.
The book is with him.
The man called Rolf without a word to Olaf, he just storms out of the house and starts going to moving very quickly back towards the festival.
Rudius, roll for a hunch.
Oh.
Ooh.
It uses weird, correct? Or
No,
is it
it's sharp.
I can't
Sharp.
remember. Alright, okay. 13! Oh.
You get a quick vision of Rudius looking for the book in your room.
You mean
And you see
Olaf?
Olaf. No, Rolf.
Oh, okay.
Rolf looking
More like
for
everyone.
Well, yeah, you could kind of see everyone looking for the book, and you see the man called Rolf heading towards the festival.
Okay. I sort of almost know what's about to happen, so, can I look around for, actually, no, I want the confrontation. Nah, maybe I don't. I just all of a sudden say, I think I need to use the restroom. I take off. Could have been the pie, or maybe I ate something strange last night. Y'all should head home without me, and I take off, and actually, shit, I don't know anyone else. I go to Cat's Diner instead.
Before you get to Cat's Diner, the girl from the pie stand kind of grabs you in the crowd. Hey!
Shit.
Where are you going?
I look her straight in the eye, from the bottom of my heart, say, I gotta take a shit. Real bad.
Roll act under
Near
pressure.
the bathroom. That's cool. I have 0. Roll 7. I don't know how that works. It's 7.
As you look into her eyes, you notice that they're like a deep blue. Are you trying to hide from someone?
From public embarrassment, I really gotta go. It could be diarrhea. And I don't want to be here when diarrhea hits.
I don't think you really need to do that.
I don't understand what you're trying to imply, ma'am.
Come on, I can hide you in the booth.
Sort of just sigh and alright, let's go.
The man called Rolf, what do you do?
As he arrives at the festival, the man called Rolf doesn't quite remember where exactly Rudius was, so he's going to start looking for clues as to where Rudius went.
Investigate a
Dark.
mystery.
Yes!
Shite.
Ooh, that's an 11.
Alright, you hold 3.
I don't like this. Wait, why 3?
Oh, is it 2 for investigate? Yeah, you
Yeah,
hold
2 for investigate,
Yeah, it's whole
3
2.
for bad situation.
Let's see. So where did Rudius go?
Oh, well,
You went to the...
You say this
Harvest
out loud,
Festival.
and you realize that you're next to a picnic table. And, Damien, you see the man called Rolf standing next to you, and he's saying, "Where did Rudius go?"
The man called Rolf Damien's voice registers in Rolf's head. He almost looks, he has that look on his face like a light bulb went off in his head. And he turns to Damien and he says, "The man called Rolf implores you, where did Rudius go?"
Agent Sullivan addresses you. I think he went to the bathroom.
He starts walking towards the restrooms.
Let's go back to Esmeralda and Olaf at the funeral home. Neither of you find the book, and you realize that the man called Rolf isn't at the funeral home anymore.
She goes to Olaf and she asks, "Do you know where the man called Rolf went to?"
No. Lost him.
Well, in any case, should we maybe investigate this, the stag skull?
What else do we look for?
Maybe go to the library.
Will they have what we need?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess we could check.
I don't think it would be a bad idea to do so. I'm going. You can come if you'd like to.
Sure.
She goes to the library.
Olaf
She goes
follows.
to the library.
Okay. You both go to the library. You walk in, and it's a musty old library. Most of their books are actually on the second floor, which is technically a basement floor.
Oh, like the one in Yuma?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. She goes downstairs and she says hello to the librarian.
Shh. Hello.
What do you need?
I'm looking for the supernatural section.
I'm looking for the supernatural section.
Well, paranormal stuff is going to be over there, but do you know what you're looking for specifically?
Stags.
Yes, a haunted stag skull. We've heard a tell of it, and we just wanted to see what's going on. You know, if it's true or not.
Well, we do have an encyclopedia of hauntings. That's going to be... Here, I'll write it down for you. We use a card catalog here.
Okay, sounds great.
Yeah, so we don't really have a section for a lot of the stuff. So
Shit is really painful to use.
it'd be easier if you could just tell me which book you're looking for.
Well, which books do you have? Just get us all of them that have to do with that, the hauntings.
Give me like 15 minutes. Alright. Rudius, you see the man called Rolf pass by the booth and head towards the bathrooms.
I sort of, wait, what exactly am I hiding? Just behind the booth? Like, just ducking down? Or?
You know how booths have like those like long tables that go kind of like in a U shape around the booth?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's got like a tablecloth over most of them, so you're kind of hiding under it.
And is she hiding there with me, or is she still
she's
selling
just
pie?
selling pies.
Shit. I'm just gonna stay put. I'm moving until... Well, then again, I don't know when he's gonna leave. I come out of there, and then I go back to the picnic table where Damien and...
The girl grabs your arm. Hey.
Yes?
Where are you going?
Going to my friend? Do you need something?
Well, it looks like you could use some help. Why is that guy looking for you?
See, I promised that I was gonna watch a movie with him later tonight, but I realized I don't want to watch the movie, so I'm hiding from him, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the book in your jacket?
my expression just sort of just falls. And I have like a blank face.
She rolls up one of her sleeves, and you see a little pentagram tattoo. My name's Marion. Look, you don't have to be ashamed, okay? I know people react a certain way, but if your friend is looking for you because of that, you know, we all have a copy. It's not a big deal.
What? Oh my god. How many of you guys are in this town?
Listen, call me later at the number I gave you. If you want for now, I can hold on to the book for you. You can pick it up.
I think I'll keep this one because I need to look into some stuff, but could you give me your number again? Because I gave my number away to my friend. Sorry.
Do you have a piece of paper?
I don't, just write it on my arm. And roll my sleeve.
Roll act under pressure.
What the fuck? Oh no. Oh, okay, that works out.
She writes the number on your arm. Look, your friend looked a little weird, okay? And, yeah, they're just books, but if certain people get a hold of them, bad things can happen.
Yes, I have seen evidence of that. Is there any way to maybe, ward the book off so that it can't influence anyone?
Well, I have a warded cabin.
No, I'll be very honest, and it's nothing to do with you, but I don't really know you very well, and I'm not comfortable giving you anything at this moment. I'll talk to you later. Tonight I'll give you a call, yeah? Let me figure something out then.
She grabs your other hand. Roll act under pressure.
This bitch. 7.
Look. We're in this together, okay? You feel that you can trust her now.
Oh, no.
But she lets you go.
Yeah. I sort of just, smile. I'm like, thank you. That means a lot to me. I really have, a few friends, and none of them are, particularly normal. It's good to know someone else in the town who doesn't have a reputation like ours. Someone who can bake a mean pie. By the way, what do you put in the pie? It's incredible.
It's a secret ingredient. It's all locally grown and sourced, don't worry.
Can I buy another one? A large one this time? I'm gonna take one home.
She hands you one. It's on the house.
Oh, well, thank you. It's awesome. I'll call you later tonight. Sorry, could you remind me your name again? I didn't really catch it the first time you mentioned it.
It's Marion.
Alright, yeah, I'll call you later tonight.
Hey, hurry up, buddy. We're trying to buy some pie here.
Yeah, sorry about that. And I sort of just take off towards the picnic table.
Okay, Rolf.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you said roll. I'm like, I'm not gonna roll again. Screw that, man. Act under pressure to get to the
They're called Rolf. You walk out just in time to see Rudius walk back over to the picnic table.
God, no!
The man called Rolf runs up to him, and he says, Rudius, the man called Rolf cannot explain, but he needs the book. Please.
And I cannot explain, but I can't hand it to you at all. You'll have to explain, buddy.
The man
What's
called
the big
Rolf.
deal? I thought you said it was just some sort of sex manual.
Yes, but yeah, you have to understand it's like S&M, and I don't want him doing some
The man
weird shit
called
and hurting
Rolf
people,
is
you know?
completely caught off guard by this, and he before he can catch himself, he
Can
says,
I just put my
the man
hand
called
on his
Rolf knows
mouth?
that it's not porn, it's a spell book.
Can I try to do that? Put my hand on his mouth before he blurts that out?
Both of you roll act under pressure.
God damn it.
Actually, no, that's not true. Just Farhan roll act under pressure.
Yeah.
And then the man called Rolf.
That's a 9 for me.
The man called Rolf. The man called Rolf just roll plus weird.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Man.
Oh, wow, I rolled a 13.
If I use a luck now, do I still win?
No, because he rolled a 13.
Motherfucker.
So the man called Rolf is like subconsciously dodging Rudius's hands as he's talking. He's not really aware that he's doing it, but he's just like moving around and saying this. A spellbook?
Yeah. No, it's called a spell book. Like, it's called Spellbook, the user manual for beginners, S&M. That's what it's called, you know. Yeah, dude, it's like published all over the world for strange people, you know.
Is that true?
Yes.
She
No!
addresses the man called Rolf. What was your name?
Can I whisper to him, like, if you ever want to see the book again, you're gonna play along.
Roll manipulate someone.
Oh, God. It's +1 for me. 8.
Okay, on an 8, the man called Rolf, you'll mark experience if you do what they ask.
The man called Rolf says, I am the man called Rolf, and the man called Rolf may have lied about it being a spell book. He just likes to play pretend sometimes.
Okay, alright. Listen, can we head back to the funeral home? We need to start writing up a lot of these reports.
Yeah, let's do that. I also got another pie for the whole family to share. Nothing actually. Apparently, the pie maker is pretty friendly. Oh, it's nothing like that. She was just interested because, you know, we are pretty infamous. It's nothing like that, Agent. Like, I'm not seeing her or anything, yeah. I sort of like glare at Damien.
Okay. Back to
Damien.
Olaf and Esmeralda. What are you guys doing?
Okay, so she gets us the books, right?
Yeah.
And we check them out and take them back.
Well, yeah, no, you guys are just there right now, but if you want, you can check out some of them.
I check out I check out the ones that are like more important and actually have to do with what we're dealing with.
And do you have a library card with us?
No, can I sign up for one?
Here. Gives you a form. It's $1.
I fill it out, and I give her $1.
Mark that
It's
you
a guy.
spent $1.
I fill it out, and I give him $1. You're doing his voice like a girl.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
Well, it's just my regular voice, so thanks.
You're welcome.
Alright, you can only check out 5 at a time.
Okay, I'll take these 5, and he'll take these 5, and we don't want these. She said there were like 15.
Olaf doesn't have $1.
It's okay, I gave him $1. I gave her $1 for him, and I filled out the card for him, the form.
Well, we need to see an ID.
Oh, we left ours at home. Is that going to be an issue?
Yes.
Olaf can solve this issue, and he sort of like grips his sword behind his back.
Oh no!
Roll for manipulate someone.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yes. Crazy motherfuckers.
2.
Remember last time you pulled your sword out on someone,
This time I
you
only
got shot.
threatened it.
Listen, you guys are welcome to read those books while you're here, but you can't take them out.
Okay, then I read the books. Do I find anything?
Roll investigate
That's
a mystery.
And do I do the same?
Yeah, you can roll 2.
Nice.
And then I get +1.
I got
So I got-
Not very
So
nice.
I have 11.
Nice, you hold 2. And Olaf, you hold 0.
0.
Okay. What sort of creature is it? I know it's a stag, but she tries to look to see if there's like a specific haunting of a stag creature.
Well, according to the Encyclopedia of Hauntings, hauntings of items are usually they're usually tied to a certain spirit that used to own that item. Now, in this case, the most common scenario would be that it's inhabited by the ghost of the dead deer. But, seeing as Olaf and the man called Rolf didn't see any spirits, you're certain it's not a haunting.
Okay, so I still don't know what sort of creature it is. I just know it's not a haunt.
The book also specifies that there's another scenario in which items can be haunted. And that's with the possession.
Okay. What can hurt it?
Well, if it is a possession, things that can hurt it are exorcism rituals, sage, iron, and protection spells. Usually binding circles, things like that. The idea is that some demonic entity was invoked into this object and now is trapped within this object.
Okay. She closes the book. Alright, Olaf, I think I've gotten all the information I need. What'd you get? Oh.
She makes something.
He was sitting in the corner
dumb.
like...
Just a bunch of Harry Potter books. Something about the Patronus spell.
Harry Potter, I heard they're coming out with a new book soon. Because this is in the 90s. This is when they were first coming out with it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. No, the
Yeah,
first
you
one
wouldn't know
hasn't
about the
come out.
Patronus spell.
No, the first one's out.
Yeah, I remember because they were... Alright, well let's head back. I need to get
Let's
some
save there.
sage. I need to get some iron, you said?
Sage, iron, or like a protection spell, or
Alright, let's...
exorcism.
We got to do some shopping. She...
I have sage.
Okay, she remembers.
Well, I guess you
I
wouldn't know,
think
yeah.
that maybe Damien has... I mean, Rudius. I always get
Rudius.
those two mixed up. The
You guys
Maybe
metagaming so
remember my name.
fucking hard right now.
Well, no, they would know, right? Because I was using
love to
sage
metagame
in the
so
last
fucking
investigation.
hard. What? Sorry.
I was literally walking around burning sage around the
Oh yeah, I
house
remember.
in the last
She
investigation.
flashes back to when Rudius was walking around burning sage in the house. And
Alright,
she
let's play out the scene.
What's it?
It's a flashback. Oh, Rudius, what are you doing?
Oh, the first time we came in during the whole vampire thing that happened, like, I saw, like, hundreds of, like, spirits here and freaking the hell out.
That
like, trying to get rid of
smells.
them.
What are you bunning?
Oh, it's sage. From what I understand, spirits don't particularly like sage, and, you know, it helps get rid of them.
Alright, flashback over. See, Julio, that's what happened.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, she heads back to the funeral home and she, like, just makes sure Olaf is with her.
Yes, Olaf is following.
Okay, you arrive around the same time that the rest of the group arrives.
Oh, hello! Rudius, I have to ask you a few things.
What is it?
Do you have some sage, iron, and maybe a spell book that can get rid of a demonic possession on an object?
You have a possessed object?
I'm sorry, this is an AV conversation. Please see your way out of it.
Damn.
Oh, that was a good pun.
What sort of possession is this?
Oh, so anyways, Rudius, do you have something?
I'll have to repeat your question. What are you talking about? What sort of possession? Is someone possessed? Something possessed?
There's a thing that's possessed that I'm taking care of. Nothing too drastic or to talk about. It's really just quite boring.
Oh.
Nope,
Yeah,
I don't
I'd
need
like-
the help of you two. Nope.
Yeah, with good conscience, I can't just hand stuff like that.
Okay, that's
out,
fine.
you know,
Bye.
like-
And she, like, runs past him towards his room.
Wait, miss, demonic possession of items is my
She
area of
runs past him
expertise.
towards his room and locks his door.
Can I go up to just like Olaf and like, could you tell me what's going on?
Haunted deer.
Haunted deer. Like an actual living deer is haunted?
Is this an animal possession?
No.
She looks for the sage. Esmeralda's looking for the sage in the room.
The man.
Pretty easy. You guys ransacked that room like crazy earlier, so everything's...
Okay, she grabs the sage, and then she's like, okay, this is all I needed. And she, like, goes back downstairs, and she says, Olaf, are you telling them about the possession?
No.
Yeah.
The man called Rolf tugs on Rudius's sleeve, and he keeps doing that until he gets Rudius's attention. Then he kind of makes a hand motion of opening a book at him, and while staring intently at Rudius.
I sort of just like slightly nod, like I understand what he's talking about. Then I'm like, it's probably best if you guys come clean. Like if it's a possession, I could probably help
By
with
the
that.
way,
you know.
yes, you had some interesting books in your room.
But Rudius was on a date with the agent, so the man called Rolf wanted to take care of it.
No,
when are you guys
it's
gonna
no
make
date.
little babies?
It's just a spring festival. Like,
Okay, spring festival, and she like winks
it's
I'm
fall.
blushing like right.
Yeah, it's fall. Yes, okay, look, this is what's going on. There's a possession of a stag skull, and no one can touch it. Believe me, you can't do it either. There's no spears that that the man called Rolf or Olaf saw, so we know it's not like a haunting. So it has to be a demonic possession. So we're gonna have to go do that, and then that's it.
Oh, that's very intriguing. This is actually my area of expertise.
Oh, are you getting wet right now? Is that it?
Yeah. Hey, calm down,
me?
Esmeralda.
Rudius
Yeah.
knows what to do with
That
what-
was uncalled for.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that inappropriate? Can I not
Very.
speak my mind around this lady when she came into my funeral home that I own without my permission? No one cared to ask me after what just happened 2 weeks ago. After I was dealing with.
Hey,
something very
Esmeralda, can I
emotional.
stay in this funeral room at home?
Who asked that? Is that the
There,
lady
I-
asking that?
Well, no, I'm asking about my permission, because you never explicitly gave me permission. Neither did you give permission to any of us.
What? You don't know that. We didn't go over that in this. We did. And she flashes back to her saying to the whole group, look, I bought this funeral home. You can all stay here. You didn't have to ask permission because I offered.
I flashed back. I wasn't even there.
Okay.
I was in the bushes taking the piss.
Wow.
I included you and I said you could all stay here. No one asked me about her, nor did I ask her to come in.
Alright, now we're asking, can she stay here?
No, she cannot.
Like a demon. Hey, do you think you guys can arrange something else? We could. Yeah.
She can stay here on one condition.
What is it?
I get to ask her some questions. And she looks at her in the eyes.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Oh, yeah, that's fine with me. Of course it's fine with you. You just want to get your hands dirty in our little team, don't you? You want to just tear us apart and take us all off to jail?
Well, that's really not my job.
Out of character, I forgot how badly Esmeralda got fucked up last time an agent was
Yeah.
around.
You guys all just forgetting this shit, and then, like, she's fucked up. And then she, like, realizes...
I understand that, but you have to understand, there's like...
No, if Esmeralda wasn't going through this shit, she wouldn't probably... She'd be acting normal, she'd be all nice to the lady, and, you know...
Okay, so... The agent has agreed to the terms of her staying there. Were you gonna do the questions right now?
Sure. Yes.
The two of you go to the den, and it's just, you close the door, it's just the two of you there.
She closed the doors and asked her to have a seat. She puts the chair in the center of the room.
She sits down.
Esmeralda looks out the window with her arms crossed and tilts her head a little. And she says,
It's about dusk now, by the way.
"What a beautiful sunset. Wouldn't you agree, Agent?"
I suppose.
Look, if it was any other time, I'd be fine with you here. But I've been through some things, and I don't know if I trust you. What exactly are you doing here? Why do you need to audit Damien?
Well, that's my position within the Order of St. John. It's to evaluate our agents and ensure that they are taking the proper precautions with their operations and are reporting their missions fully to their superiors.
But it's been 6 months that he's been on this mission. Isn't that a little bit too soon to start the audit?
Well, there have been some incidents that have concerned his superiors to where they have requested my presence here. But I assure you that it's not my decision whether I come here or not.
Could you please go into detail of those incidents?
Well, I understand recently there was some sort of issue with the power plant that resulted in the loss of power for the town for about a week. Prior to that, there was an incident with this funeral home itself. Apparently a young boy was rendered comatose.
Do things like that not happen on your other agents' investigations?
Well, not as often, no. But the main concern is external variables.
That's what I thought. It's the fact that he's not just investigating these odd happenings on his own, correct?
Well, Agent Toombs was dispatched to Sam's Landing to keep an eye on the growing supernatural presence in the area.
Not to intermingle with them.
Well, that's not necessarily against our bylaws. The concern of the Order is that external variables are unpredictable, and it puts our Order at risk.
Look, we are, at least to me, like a family. You know, Rudius and Damien, they can do whatever they please. All of us can, actually. But we work together and we solve these mysteries together. I can see that your Order would not be so pleased with that, and that they would want to know everything that's going on. But what happens to everyone doesn't always have to deal with the mysteries that you have Damien going on. I guess it does, actually. Anyway, I guess it does, actually. But anyways, look, I don't want anything to tear our team apart, is what I'm trying to get past. Because we are doing good here, and I don't want that to stop.
I understand that you met Damien Toombs in a sect?
Yes.
And I understand you're still part of this sect.
Somewhat, yes. We're kind of on a little rough patch. We're on a little break.
After the incident from a couple weeks ago.
Yes? Are you gonna get to a point here?
No. I'm just trying to understand the situation.
The situation of how we came to all be together? What situation?
You had 2 subordinates, right?
Yes, how did you know that?
It was in the report. I understand the feeling of having failed someone.
Yes, it's not an easy feeling to get rid of.
You and these people, you're all obviously friends, and I'm not here to jeopardize that.
I just need some guarantee that whatever comes out of this, it won't ruin what we have. I need some guarantee that if you do see something that could jeopardize our efforts, that you might decide to withhold
that you can
it.
trust me.
I have your word. And is it worth something?
If you're gonna trust me, I need to know I can trust you.
Okay.
That means there's no secrets between either of us.
I'll tell you all you need to know.
What's the deal with this black book? And that's where we'll pick up next week!
Damn it! I was gonna say, while they were talking, I wanted to grab the book from Rudius, but...
No, get the fuck out of here. I ain't giving you that shit.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review on iTunes. It helps other people find the podcast and helps us grow. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CryptVales Inc. You can follow me on Twitter at Hail Julio. You can follow me on Instagram at HailJulio1. And you guys want to plug your social medias?
No.
I don't have
No.
anything right now.
Oh, remember to
Stop
bookmark
proper
the
thing.
website, though.
Yeah, keep checking back on our website. I have a little series I'm planning to upload to the bonus stuff, so keep an eye out for that. And, yeah, thanks again, guys. Hey everyone, just one quick thing I forgot to mention during the episode. The Stag Skulls story was inspired by a short story by author Liam Hogan. The short story is titled Scarecrow, and you can find that along with a bunch of other really cool spooky stories in his book titled Happy Ending Not Guaranteed. And you can find that on Amazon as well as his website, and there'll be links for that stuff in the description. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.